The following episode of Scripty Business contains topics of suicidal thoughts and mental health struggles. We care about you and want to make sure you're in a good headspace to hear this. If you're ever feeling overwhelmed, please pause and reach out to a professional. Call Lifeline at 131114. And remember, we love you.
This one is a very famous movie, obviously, as all of them are. And it involves a particular stunt from a particular movie that kind of lives in infamy.
I think I already know what this is.
Do you?
I think I do. I'm a sense of this, but I'm just going to say it right now. Is this me?
Yes. So I should choose a different one then, because if you get it that fast.
No.
Yeah.
That's just so funny. You can choose another one if you want, but I think this is really funny to go in the episode. Straight, like within 10 seconds. Yeah.
So that's the movie fact.
Say the fact. Come on.
Okay. This is a very famous stunt from a very famous movie. It happens right at the end of the movie. And it happens to the villain of this particular movie. And in this stunt, they were planning to drop this particular actor 25 meters down into like an airbag, and that was going to catch them. And they were going to do it on the count of 3, right? So count them down, 3, 2, 1, drop. But they intentionally dropped the actor early so that they could get a genuine reaction of the fall in order to make the shot really sing. And it's an incredible shot. It's really beautiful.
I can add
famous action movie.
I can add to this as well. That
Please.
actor then presented an award at an awards night, and I forget which one it was. Don't know whether it was like the Oscars, probably not the Oscars, but another film award night. And they actually came out on stage with like casts and like a walking thing, and addressed like, oh, I just dropped in because the other main actor from the show was in the audience nominated for an award, so they wanted to like acknowledge that, which is cool. And then he just like takes off all the cast and all that and just gets on with the show.
That's incredible. That particular actor was an absolute legend.
Rip. Rest in peace. Also, rest in peace to all the dumb ideas that don't make the final cut in this week's episode of Scripty Business. Are you ready?
Oh my god, yes.
We're back, baby!
Yeah, hell yeah.
Put it on a t-shirt.
It's going to be the best show of your life.
He said the thing!
Je ne sais quoi.
Spoiler apology.
Can I add something stupid?
We don't have time!
Crisscross applesauce.
Backpedal!
Take me on a journey.
Put it on a fucking t-shirt.
I knew it was going to be too easy.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
That's kind of funny.
When you're like iconic, I was like, that's where my brain went straight away, because I love that fact. I think it's incredible that they did that to him.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I'd be fucking furious. So mad.
But then I would come back, I'd watch the rushes and be like, yes. that was the right
call. Absolutely the right call. And it was. Okay, Murray, we're going to make a movie in half an hour based off 3 random words and a curveball.
Let's
you
go.
Ready? We're going to make a log line. Murray's going to make a log line based off 3 random words in the space of a minute, and then we're going to have half an hour to play with that log line and a curveball from our Wheel of Doom before scrambling for 10 minutes to try and resolve the plot of whatever we've thrown into the ether during that half an hour.
So strap on and hold in.
Strap on it. I forgot all about that. Murray, our words are bread, rain, and laugh. That is bread, rain, and laugh. Timer starts now for 1 minute. Bread, rain, and laugh. A comedian. A struggling comedian. It's raining.
Okay. Does it rain bread?
Oh, but we could go cloudy with a chance of meatballs on this shit, which would be kind of fun. I love that movie so much.
That movie is so good.
It's so good. And the sequel. We don't have time for this right now. So, I'm going to say we do a struggling comedian, stand-up comic, struggling stand-up comic. Okay. I feel like, and then struggling because they're not really making people laugh. And then something
and
about
not
rain
money,
and bread.
They're not bringing in the bread.
I love that interpretation. And then when they do, it's
they
rain
make it
and
rain?
bread.
No, they make it rain. Yeah. Okay, so this is actually... I'm with you. This is the... Okay. And a struggling stand-up comedian who can't make their break is caught up in a viral video that changes their life forever.
I love that.
And I think that'll work because their big break has got nothing to do with comedy. And they're known for this other thing, this viral video.
I really like that. I think that's a great log line. Okay, sweet. Let's spin our wheel of doom for half an hour. Murray, the curveball we have received is Cyberpunk. Half an hour.
Okay, that's
not the logline I wanted that to come up with. I saw this being so grounded, like a drama, like a black comedy, like a dramedy, like 40-year-old virgin style. Now it's cyberpunk. Okay, so I guess it could be like someone has like an ocular, you know, it's that level of cyberpunk. They have ocular cameras and stuff, lenses.
Yeah, like a brain dance.
Yeah, so maybe this is something that's been caught on people's cameras, like he trips and falls and shouts at someone. Maybe someone throws a loaf of bread in his face. Like, how do we get the bread into this? I feel like it needs to be more than he makes money. Although I do like that. I think it's got to be a viral video about bread and him. Or is it a viral video like there's a virus attached to it and makes this, it fucks up cyberpunk gadgets?
Everybody craves bread.
Now, actually, you know what? I'm going to take my hands off the wheel, mate. You literally made a tabletop role-playing game in a cyberpunk world. So I think this is very your ship to sail. So I'm going to sit back, talk to me about cyber.
I think all of the ingredients are already there, right? You know, like there is a sense of existential comedy within cyberpunk already. Viral videos are a big part of the cyberpunk, well, you know, the kind of digitalization of everything. And if we want to go right down the route of like cyberpunk, the role-playing game and the like also the video game now, then we can do things like brain dances. So this viral video can be like the lived experience of this stand-up comedian, you know, or like someone who comes into interaction with them. And if you want to stay grounded, we can still go like it's an exploitation video, you know, like a person who sleeps with him has the brain dance and that gets released or whatever. And that's the viral video because he does something weird, or it doesn't have to be that, but you can go down that route if you want to. That, like, we're open to that. Or it's like a influencer type character that's in like the life of me as this influencer who comes across this comedian in the street and is like trying to bait them to do funny things. And they are just kind of like, fuck off, please. Respectfully, I'm not on the clock. And then they do something accidental and they capture it. And it's like, this moment was incredible. And that video just goes like everywhere. Everybody like relives this moment from the influencer's point of view.
Okay. This works for me because this sort of stuff happens in real life at the moment where like comedy podcasters will find people's Instagram reels and rip them to shreds. What is it? Your Mom's House do that all the time. And they've picked up on people doing it where they literally, the comments are like hate from Australia, like hate from Portugal, hate from England. Like that's the sort of stuff they comment on these people's videos. I hope you die. Like you look like a whatever terminology used. So there's a foot in reality for this of like, this is how it happens already. So I like that. I like that it's like, this is already
we're
what we
kind of
face.
doing the reverse of these people, right? It's all, do you know what it is?
No, but tell
it's
me.
like, okay, it's like people don't really go, so we're suffering the loss of the third space right now. People don't really go out as much as they used to because those places don't exist. This is going to be hugely exacerbated in the future with like monopolization of companies and this kind of corporate wasteland that we're moving into. And that is the central tenet of cyberpunk, is this like fractured, divided, like hyper aggressively marketed world, right? And so I think what these influencers are doing is they're selling you like packaged life. It's like, you don't have to go out and live life, because I'll do that. I'll get all the good bits. I'll package it into this amazing brain dance, and you can just live out my quirky life at your leisure.
I like that. Yeah.
And so they go out and they try and seek these different experiences, and some of them are extreme, like killing people, because that's always going to be on the black market, and it is discussed in the cyberpunk world. But it might also be like really loving things, like here's my daughter's third birthday, and people who buy that are people who've lost their daughters or never got the chance to have kids or whatever, and so they get to they get to live that moment in its genuineness with all the emotions and stuff, and that's what these kind of, like, for want of better word, emotional parasites are doing. And they just happen to catch the comedian at this exact right time. And I don't know what it is, but the comedian does something really innocuous, like you said, like slips and fucking bangs their head and ends up inside a fucking loaf of bread. I don't know. It's something really innocuous, but it just becomes really famous as this, like...
How about, like, eating bread really weird?
Sure,
and then
yeah.
but then all their stand-up shows, like, moving forward, people are like bringing bread in and like throwing it at him and be like, eat this, you fucker, like stuff like that. Do the thing.
It's it's Matt Damon. It's that effect. People would run across the street to say Matt Damon to Matt Damon, and it drove him insane.
Matt Damon. Which, I mean, you would, right? Like, I'm sorry.
It would drive me nuts.
Absolute. No, as in, like, I would do that to Matt Damon. The first thing I'd think of is that. It'd be that and then Dogma. And I'm like, oh yeah, he was great in Dogma as well.
I'm Loki, the angel of death from Dogma.
Just dropping that in just to show you I do watch, other films than Fast and Furious, which I still haven't seen. So yeah, maybe it's something like that. Like the influencer is doing a brain dance vlog and sort of sees in the like at a table over this dude, like. Are we gonna say he's deep throating like a baguette or something? Like he's just, like a duck would eat bread. Like how stupid are we going with this? Or is it?
Yeah.
Or is it something weird? Maybe he's like ripping off chunks of the bread and throwing it in his mouth, or I don't know. Or maybe he just takes like little bites, like a mouse.
It's like the Kim. Is it Kim? That's one of the Kardashians. I don't follow.
Cutting the cucumber.
Yes, exactly. It's that.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, but that was fucking deluded how she cut that cucumber. There's a reason that went viral. So that's what I'm saying. Is this going to be something as fucked up as that, or is it more innocuous where it's like when you watch, if we were watching people walk past through a window and we were doing their voices and the influencer's like mocking him while he's eating bread? Is it that? Yeah. So he's not done anything. He's just like a victim of circumstance where he's just there, happens to be on camera, and somebody else did something to make it into a joke? Or is he the joke? Where are we going with this? I think that's important to define.
I think it starts observational, but maybe the influencer even like goes up to their table, like it's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And like sits down at that table and was like, starts interviewing him or whatever. And be like, how long have you eaten bread like this? What's wrong with you?
I can kind of relate to this because Kate tells me all the time that I drink out of glasses weird. And I don't realize I do
drink
it.
Upside down?
No, but I open my mouth too much for the glass, and she always makes a comment on it. And I don't know, like...
You can't see it from this angle.
You guys, good, thank God. Just in case. But like, and again, it's like, that's like it's not that weird, but something that people will notice and find funny. And then if you find funny and other people find you funny, and that funny's the funniness and viral.
Yeah. That, or like they're pulling a prank on the like, have you seen the look at this dude? No. He puts
right.
hot sauce on his head.
Okay. Yeah. I think it should be that. I think this guy should be a victim. Like this isn't.
Okay. They play a prank on him.
Sure, with bread. Calls him an idiot sandwich. Just slaps him in the face.
What are you?
With bread, calls him an idiot sandwich.
An idiot sandwich.
I don't know. Something like that. Good old Ramsey.
You're cooking in a burnt pan, you f***ing...
What does he do?
Yeah.
What does he do? If his life starts getting taken over by this and people are like emailing him and sending him messages and any of his stand-up shows that's happening, is this going to turn a bit like psychological, or is it going to be him trying to like, capitalize on what's happening?
I think
What's the message?
I kind of think it's both. I think it starts to ruin his life, and then he tries to capitalize on it, and it makes it so much worse.
Yeah, like Carrot Top. Now everybody he has to use props. He can never do jokes again, which only started by accident. The first show Carrot Top did, he had one sign that he'd stolen, and that was all he used in it. And then the club manager was like, that sign thing, do more of that. He was like, I've only got one sign and I stole it. So he went out and stole a bunch more street signs and started using that. And now, like, Carrot Top is a joke because he capitalized. Well, I like him. I'm saying that. I hope he doesn't see this and be upset. But, you know, if you mention Carrot Top, people generally don't like that too much, and each to their own. So maybe that's what we do with this.
I think he makes the mistake of trying to capitalize on it because it's like, again, been struggling for so long and couldn't get a break, couldn't land it, wasn't quite funny enough, wasn't always like appealing to the wrong crowd, you know, like society had moved on from his jokes or something. And then this moment happens and it's kind of like a Hawk tour.
And spit on that thing.
Right. We're trying to capitalize on that, but the actual experience itself is like really shallow. And there's nothing to capitalize on because there's like not enough like talent or intrigue or thought behind the thing. You know, like she was never meant to be a podcaster.
Hello, and welcome back to another
She's
episode
listening
of
to this
Talk
and
to
is
It.
upset. I'm not apologizing.
No, but invite us on the show and maybe then we'll apologize.
Absolutely, please. Yeah,
That's how you get our undying
That's
devotion.
true. I'll apologize live on the show. You know, like she was never meant to be someone having a
superstar. Yeah, no.
It was just a brief moment that rocketed her into. Maybe it could also be that. Maybe he does something weird like that. Make some fucking weirdo comment about bread. And so, like you said, everybody comes to his show, and I think we can get psychological. Can we go like full Black Swan with this? Like, are we gonna have a fucking
where he turns into a loaf of bread?
Breakdown on stage, yeah, and he just like
spoiler apology.
Do we get to watch him just like fall to pieces by trying to capitalize on this thing?
No, but he could crumble. He gets toasted.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be absolutely baked by the end of the
movie. He'll be one sourdough. No, I'm out. I've got nothing more than that. That still worked.
Stoned
I don't know.
bread.
Still worked. Okay, cool. I see this like as a rise and fall story then. I think this needs to be like he comes from nothing, he rockets to stardom, it takes over his whole being and persona, and he abandons people that he had in his life. Yeah. And I like the idea of like him being in a relationship with some model later down in the movie and him being like drunk and drugged out and her yelling at him be like, you only love me because of the bread anyway. I was nothing before they put that piece of toast around my face or something like that, and like throws a bottle at the wall. She's like, the bread's more man than you'll ever be, and then picks up a loaf and walks out. I don't know, like, you know, maybe she just really likes bread and that's why she married him, because he gets like all these sponsorship deals.
Yeah.
With just people sending him loaves of bread.
All you do is loaf around the house all day.
Oh my god. There's something to do with rise. Like he's not risen. Anyway, yeah, I like that. Have you seen the Weird Al Yankovic movie, by the way?
No, but I've heard about it and it sounds incredible. And
you absolutely have to watch it.
I love that it's a fake biopic. That is my favorite part.
It's absolutely incredible. But what I've just done there, they kind of go down that path. Spoiler apology. Goes up, comes down, learns who he truly is, kind of thing. I think that's the story of this character. But what I was saying with psychological is like, does he start to be like stalked or accosted, or is his mental health starting to sort of fade out from drugs and alcohol?
I think it's him, but it's not so much the drugs and alcohol. I think it's like the extreme social pressure of being no one to being the most talked about person in the world, and everybody has like deep expectations from you, and you just genuinely not having the talent to back that.
I like that.
You are the joke. Like, he is the joke.
Let's make it that
which
there's
is
like
why
a
people come in
heckler.
and they're like, do the thing.
Yeah.
And they throw bread at him and they're always like, say the bread line. You know, like.
I like this. Halfway through our time, does he have a friendship group, a job, a family situation before the fame? And how does that get impacted by the fame?
I'm seeing a kind of Black Swan-y character or Joker character that gets caught up in his own delusion. So I don't know if he is surrounded by strong and positive influences.
Okay. Is there anyone, though? Like, is there a housemate, an elderly parent?
Yeah. There is. But I think it's kind of a relationship like Requiem for a Dream, right? Where the son is a heroin addict, but the mum is a pill addict, and they don't have much of a relationship between them. So they can't really rely on each other, and they kind of both walk their own dark path or whatever. I think whoever this person is in their life, they're not... Like, this feels like a tragedy to me. This doesn't feel like a happy ending story. This feels like the fall of someone who made a really bad decision.
Yeah, but the reason I'm asking, I guess, is like I was looking for some way to sort of symbolize him abandoning who he was. So if there's like a parent, for example, that he loses touch with through this and then they die, you know? And it's like, we've been trying to call you for weeks. Like, the funeral was August. It's now November, mate. Like, you missed it. She's gone. And having that kind of like wake-up call or potential wake-up call down the line, I quite dig that. Or bumping into his old housemate, like when he's hit rock bottom after hitting sky top, and them just being like pitying them, be like,
hit bread bottom.
Bread bottom. I thought you liked sky top. High top, like a high top bun. That's a thing, right?
Sure.
High low, HI-LO. That's a thing. High fiber, low gluten, or whatever.
So,
rain, by the way.
Yes, we will get to that. But a tragedy, he's not abandoning... I don't think he's abandoning who he was. It's that he is playing off of his tragic flaw. So I don't actually think he changes. Who he was before and who he is after this massive event is roughly the same person.
Okay.
And the reason he falls down and kind of goes down the psychological wormhole and gets broken is because of that tragic flaw of who he was. And so we need to figure out what that is. Like, is it a craving for fame? Is it
yeah. I
fame?
think that's absolutely it. And that's why he rides that wave as hard as he does and as far as it can possibly go. Because that's all
so he's seeking external validation. He wishes to be beloved because he can't love himself.
Yeah, and again, that's why I think there's something poetic in that he had a mother who did love him already, regardless, but it wasn't enough for him.
Lock it in. I'll have that Oscar.
Yes. Dead
She
mom.
has to die on screen. She has to die on screen, though. Otherwise, we can't have the Oscar.
Okay. How about we show her getting sick on screen?
That'll work.
You happy with that? Sick mom
absolutely.
turns into dead mom?
Totally. Yeah. We just have to show mum on the screen at some point. Otherwise, we can't have the Oscar. We have to care for the mum.
Yeah, which I think that there should be like enough of this movie should take place before he gets on the bread train to the top, and that is like this all just happens to him, and he's like, oh my god, like I'm look, my video, mum, it's at like 10,000 views. It's at 10,000 views. And she's like, oh, but that's not really you. That's somebody making fun of bread. It's like your comedy is different. I like the jokes you tell. And that's sort of like pulling him back down to what you should pursue yourself and who you are, not what people tell you are, who make you out to be. And then he just ignores that.
Is this part of his tragic flaw that he doesn't actually use his own original material? Does he steal from other people, like steal other people's jokes, get other people to write jokes for him?
I just think he's genuinely not funny. I like the idea of, like, he's trying to be a stand-up comic.
I was trying to justify his mum being like, you were funny. You know, whatever.
Oh, no, that's just a mum being a mum. And regardless, like how our mums like all our posts and tell us our
That's
podcast
true.
is good. You know?
That is very true.
We're dog shit, but our mums are like, this is the best thing I've ever listened to.
Amazing.
Don't quite understand it, but it's great. Here's a like on your reel.
Oh, that is a direct quote.
Snap. So I think that's what that needs to be. And I think that's his flaw, is that external validation thing, not seeing that he already had that and he could have just been happy. And it is, you know, just keep chipping away. You'll find your audience like we're about to this year.
It's so meta. Is this actually the story of Scripty Business?
Of us? Yeah. You could be the struggling stand-up comic, and I'll be the bread form version of you. No, I'll be. I like the idea of this, not Donnie Darko-esque, but I like the idea of this like loaf of bread with arms and legs, like accosting him.
I actually think everybody turns into bread at the end of the movie. Like that's part of the mental breakdown.
It's like being John Malkovich.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's just bread. I think, yeah, I like that. Or like there's a heckler that's like always yelling at him through his sets, and then it turns out it's literally a claymation bread version of him. Then we have this like
incredible.
Well, I want it to get like real fucked up. I
want it to get really weird. I wanted it to be like, don't hug me, I'm scared by the end.
So I think like a person, like a claymation model of that character that's been like pushed and squeezed and like rolled out of bread.
I'm going to steal the plot line from another movie of mine that I was genuinely going to write in the future, but I'm going to fist it into the story. That was
fist
a weird
away,
thing to say.
Strap on and hold
Strap on and hold in, baby. So I think everybody we rise to fame, crazy fame, realizes he doesn't have the talent to back that. Everybody starts hating him, but he still keeps trying to do the bread thing, whatever. And now the joke gets stale. You're welcome. And I think
I shouted that so loud it didn't even get picked up, but go on.
I think everybody in his life slowly turns into a claymation bread person until everybody in the world is bread people. They could be loaves of bread, they could be gingerbread people, they could be anything to do with bread. But I think everybody slowly becomes like these like claymation bread things as he falls further and further down the Delulu.
Yep. 100%. I don't think it should even be like addressed or discussed. I think just like gradually over the course of this film, more and more things are bread. It's just a thing until he breaks, until he absolutely snaps.
Now, are we going like being John Malkovich substance? They die at the end? Spoiler apology.
That's a great question.
I think they die in being John Malkovich. I'm pretty sure they do. They definitely do in the substance.
I thought...
they try to kill each other. He tries to kill his wife at one point. That's the only part that I remember.
Yeah, and then one of them goes into somebody else as John Malkovich. There's a weird there's a really weird double.
They don't die. Yeah. They do die in substance though. She kind of turns into the weird face octopus. Spoilers. And crawls across the ground.
I was never going to watch it. I want to watch it, but I honestly don't know when I was going to watch it. So that's okay. Weird. It looked good. It looked good.
It's the plot is terrible, but the movie is good. The movie direction and acting is good.
Oh my God, does he throw himself into like a giant prop toaster? Like for one of his big stand-up specials, like he orders like a giant toaster and it has to be working. Does
he end up is that the end of the movie? He thinks he's bread?
Yeah, and he toasts himself. He throws himself into a toaster at the end. A la like Black Swan again. It ends with that dance
that weird
number.
sequence,
So it ends with him being on stage telling the one joke, and then like maybe he can... But maybe he can spiral about that as well and start like going off the rails. Like, yeah, that's real funny, isn't it? That's all I've become to you bread people. It's just another piece of bread, because that's what you want me to be. That's all you've ever wanted to me. Well, you know what? I don't even like bread. I like toast. And it just jumps into the toaster. Which this whole stage is a toaster.
I'm sorry I wasn't bred well enough for you.
Oh no, do you know what, actually, okay, the ending would be a shot of him with a toaster like on his chest and putting bread into it, and then toasting it, and then it sort of zooms out and he's in the bath. So he's like, I think that'd be...
But then he doesn't think he's bread.
Yeah, true.
I think he does. I think you're absolutely right. I think he kills himself publicly.
Sure. Okay. In some sort of toast oven related thing.
Because that's a pretty big message about the danger of like fame and viralization and commodifying an individual.
Fucking shit, Murray. We've got 5 minutes left. This is a cyberpunk movie.
Oh yeah.
So let's cyberpunk this up a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, backpedal. We got 5 minutes. This is not cyber enough. We just made a real life movie.
We just gotta add in all the virality and the like brain dancey stuff. Okay.
So, this your turn.
All right.
Cyber it up.
Yes. Okay. So there is a sequence there's a mission in Cyberpunk, the video game. Spoiler apology for what's about to happen. Where you meet a guy on death row who, as a part of his like death row contract thingy, is getting a massive payout to someone, family, I think, in order to be crucified on live TV and have the brain dance be sold. And you can either be a part of it or not. And he ends up taking a liking to you, and you can personally crucify him in the game. It's insane. But it's a live execution that's like televised with a willing participant. And I think that's what we have. I think at the end of this, because a brain dance-esque thing, you know, like a live recorded stimulation sensory video, is what ruined his life. It's also how he chooses to go out. He's like, I am going to hook myself live and sell the video to my adoring masses.
Oh, how about in this, instead of the brain dances being pre-recorded, that's how you consume live media now. So instead of going out to an auditorium or a stadium for a stand-up show, you jack in through a cable and you see it live. So it's not that he's pre-recorded it. He does that as a stunt to like 10 million viewers live.
Yeah, and that means the influencers thing was also live as well.
Yeah.
But I think
he gets
they potentially record it at the same time as well, because I think people will want to go back to it. Go back to the virality of it.
Yeah, totally fine with that. But we're in a world of live streaming now where like Speed and all those guys, they'll just walk around live streaming a walk through a Japanese
Did we just find a dead person in the suicide
street
forest
and
hanging?
causing chaos, you know.
And I think that works really well, because then it's also like we can bring in this element of there was on 4chan when that was a thing. They had some terrifying stuff on that, but they had this as well. They had live suicides that people could like watch, which is horrifying. And I think that's what it is. No one can really stop him because he's in a warehouse in the middle of fucking nowhere. No one knows where he's doing this thing.
Would they know that it's about to be a suicide, though? Or do they think that he's doing another show? I would argue they should think he's doing another show. It's more dramatic to me. If, like, maybe the act 3 of this movie, like, he stops performing and lives off, like, residuals and just has amassed wealth and then gets driven to the point of announcing a new show, like, my biggest show yet. Like, don't miss it.
I think...
And everybody gets the hype train up again and he just offs himself.
I think it's more powerful if they know he's going to kill himself. And here's why I argue that, because then the audience has to opt in. It's not him being like, my final joke is a fuck you, like Joker style. Like, my final joke is you're the joke and fuck off and I hope you all get tortured and ruin your lives. He's like, you loved me for this thing that ruined my life. Well, I can do better. Love me more. Love me again. I'm going to do the ultimate thing that you guys are craving. I'm going to kill myself live on TV and it's going to be the best show of your life. And that's the tragic flaw. That's the tragic flaw, because people fall out of love with him, and then this whole weirdo crowd fall back in love with him because he's willing to kill himself for the art.
Yeah,
and they go,
that
"Oh my
works
God,
for
this
me.
is the best thing I've ever seen." And I think that's maybe why it's potentially more powerful.
It's a giant fucking oven, and he's like pouring flour and water and whatever else, and just gets in the oven in like a fucking baking tray. And just cooks himself alive. And the bread like bakes up around him. As he's like, Like
Yeah.
Han Solo in Star Wars, where he's in that plane, but it's just a giant loaf of bread.
And then they plaster cast that bread, and they sell that as
Sell
well
it.
pieces afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rain.
Oh yeah.
His last name is Rain. Is that too cheap?
It's too cheap.
Michael
but I do
Rain?
like the last name of Rain though. Not gonna lie. So, but it still needs to be more.
The
in
last reign of Rain. The Reign of Rain. Is that the
Maybe-
title? The Reign of Rain?
Is this too cheap for us to say that the whole thing that makes him go viral is he sat down on a bench in pouring rain, just eating slices of bread, and the bread is
And they're
saturated.
Soggy. Yeah.
Such soggy bread. But he's like down on his luck. He's like having a bad day.
Can't skip
and
the meal.
The rain has just started pouring. He's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna eat this bread. And that's what happens. Cool. 10 minutes to figure this out. Did we come up with the title yet? I can't remember. We've only been going for like half an hour.
I suggested the Reign of Rain because I thought it was funny, but no.
That's right. Yeah, no. Live, laugh, loaf. Oh, that got him. That got him good.
Oh, fuck me. It is a comedy. Is it? I don't even think it's a comedy. I don't think it's a comedy anymore.
Loaf out loud. It's got to be like that. It's got to be a shitty bread pun, surely. What else could this
that's
possibly
so
be?
good.
Oh, man. There's a title somewhere in there.
No more Mr. Nice Rye.
Yeah, sure. Rain. Oh, we've got rain. We've got rain. We've got rain. I'm going back to the normal part. We got bread. We got rain. We got laugh. Okay, great. So we've ticked all the boxes.
This
We just need tell this
movie-
to me properly with cyberpunk throughout.
Oh.
Thank you.
God damn it! I forget about that. Yes,
We figured out the
this-
movie without cyberpunk. We just need to make sure that's there and we're done.
This movie opens with the comedy show, and he absolutely bombs in the comedy show. And then I think we bring in that cyberpunk element nice and early. Like, we've got a fake audience for him because he's probably plugged into one of these as well. Maybe some of the audience members glitch or whatever. And he just bombs out so hard, and then the audience members just start blinking out one by one as people disconnect. And then he kind of disconnects out. And we spend a little bit of time with him, I think. But then we get and his mum. He lives with his mum.
Who's sick?
Me mum. Broom broom. So I think then he
Cybercar.
Me
Get
mum,
out, me
Cybertruck.
cybercar.
get out me Cybertruck.
Fuck. Oh, why did we do this to ourselves? Please continue. Please
Then I
continue.
think he is like we spend some time with him, and that's when the whole like rain bread sad shenanigans happen. Or maybe
Yeah.
do you know what we can get in the laugh doubly in here? And I think as he's eating the bread, he's so sad and like about his life that he starts laughing. You know when you get like really upset and you just kind of like the divine comedy of the universe is fucked, and it just kind of makes you laugh sometimes. I think he's sitting
So
in
it's
the
like
rain
Hawk and
eating
Phoenix.
bread, laughing.
Yeah, he's just laughing on the
He's
bus
just
and
kind
whatnot.
of
Yeah.
giggling and crying to himself. And that's when the
That-
influencer comes over and is like, dude, bread can't be that good. Like,
Maybe he has like a minor bit of a break here as well. That's
Yeah, I think
what
so.
makes him
Yeah.
go viral. Yeah. He
why are
cracks
you
a
so
bit.
sad, dude? Like, I think the influencer comes with a bunch of puns, and that's
Yes.
that's why it becomes viral. And then I think at the shows, people are like screaming at him, "Why are you so sad? Why are you so sad?"
Yeah, 100%. I can't think of any more puns. Oh, but yeah, there's a lot of, and that's his bit then. That's his shtick. So it's not just one joke over and over again. He just tells a lot of bread jokes and bread puns. And that's what he
Totally.
does. Yeah, great. Lock it in. Then what? Gets famous, like straight away? Like he starts...
I think it I think we lock in on the Hawk Doer thing. It's like overnight fame. Gets invited to podcasts. He gets dragged onto all these different things, podcast, talk shows, all this kind of stuff. And then we like slowly start to realize that he's pretty vapid and there's nothing to this guy and that he doesn't have anything interesting to say and his jokes aren't funny. And it gets really awkward and cringy on the shows. There's lots of like dead air, dead silence, host being like,
love it.
Why are you so sad, dude? Like, you know, that kind of shit. And then I think it gets revealed that he's genuinely a quote unquote sad boy. You know, like that, the kind of whole meme
like a
of
medicated sad boy. Like he's been skipping.
Well,
his
you know,
meds
the whole
since he
thing of
started getting
like,
famous.
Yeah, of like sad men, and they kind of take that sadness out on the world in like really negative ways. He becomes one of those. And then I think that's when things shift and they're like, oh, he's just, and then the media start picking up on that. He's just a sad boy. He's this. And he becomes a negative cultural icon.
Right. Okay, I'm with you now. Yeah. Like he rode the success wave up, but now he's crashing back down with it. He's still made money. Like he's not homeless or whatever, but now he's been okay. So there was a joke made about him that he capitalized on and owned the joke, but now that's become a joke about him again, and there's no way back from that.
Yes, and I think because it's so shallow and hollow, we really reveal like how shallow and empty he is, and how much he pushes to be like, why am I so sad, kind of stuff. Yeah, and it's like those really hard to watch.
Those island boys, that like those sort of characters as well. If you don't know that,
yes,
good on you. Okay, cool. So maybe from this point on, then he starts to go downhill, and like maybe this is where he starts seeing people as bread.
Totally.
From this point on, there's like a snap moment.
Do we contain him, or do we go full bastard mode with him, where he like starts ruining other people's lives and like using that fame to capitalize on followers and take money from people? And I know we like our cults, but we don't have to go down that route.
No, I think he does that enough on the way up. Like he sells fucking merch, you know, t-shirts, and has a podcast, all the Hawk Tour stuff. It's all that up until the point where he comes back down, and then he starts to like descend into a bit of craziness, and that's where he starts seeing people as bread and waking up at night and lifting up a hand and it's a bread hand. It's like American Werewolf in London where it's transforming. He's just like,
totally. Yeah, absolutely. And I think we go back to the Matt Damon thing where people accost him in the street being like, why are you so sad? And like, even if they did or don't, he still sees it. And like all these like bread people coming up and being like, why are you so sad? Why are you so sad? And then that's when he comes up with the plan to kill himself.
Birds. He is freaked out by birds from that point onwards.
Yeah, pigeons are his worst enemies.
Just running down the street covering his head.
Are we going like full Birdman style? Is there like a giant pigeon that's stalking him?
That'd be pretty fucking cool, actually. Instead of a bread version of him, it's a bird. Yeah, I like that.
There's a bird that's following him around every corner.
And that's part of him convincing himself that he is bread. Everything is bread. Bread is love. Bread is life. You know, and that's why he breaks himself into bread to be complete, like to be who he's always meant to be. And I think on this downward spiral, that's when like he tries calling his mother and the carer or his sister or his aunt or someone answers, and it's like, where the fuck have you been? Like we tried reaching you. And that is like the 1-2 punch. The first punch is him bombing out on a live show. Then he starts going downhill. He tries to go back to what was comfortable before, and it's no longer there. And that's it.
Because with Cyberpunk world, it should be like a video call or like a in your eyeball, in your brain video call.
Yeah,
and
naturally.
And whoever answers it should be the pigeon on the other side, being like, we tried to contact you. You'd be like, what are you talking about? Who are you? It's like, I'm your auntie. You'd be like, you're not my auntie.
Like a proper like episode that he's having. We got a minute and a half left. I like this. He bakes himself into bread. That's how it ends. In a big cyberpunk contraption. I also like the idea, real quick, of him like tapping into like small time stand-up shows during this downward spiral as well, to try and like open mic nights and people recognizing him. Like he cannot escape this, or the whole crowd of the pigeons, like the whole crowd that he sees.
I was gonna say, I think when he bakes himself into the bread, the entire audience are pigeons.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but it just feels right.
Is that something like the public or the audience consuming him rather than his material?
So maybe his auntie's not a pigeon, she's a piece of bread still. But anyone who like consumes him or uses him is a pigeon.
That's kind of, I like that. That's pretty artsy. What's the name of this fucking movie?
And a bunch of pigeons just clapping with their wings is hilarious to me.
Birds and bread? I mean, breads? Breads? Like... Got 25
something in
seconds.
pigeon? There's got to be something in pigeon. They are the rats of the sky.
Bun in the oven.
That's a very different movie. The only thing in my brain is bread for it. As in
bread for it?
As in he was like BRED.
That's what it is now. Bread for it.
No, don't you dare. Just don't.
That's the end of the time.
Yeah, God.
Okay. What else of the ones we've come up with then are we going?
Why are you so sad?
Why are you so sad? Okay, Rye so sad. Yeah, I like that. Rye so sad.
Rye so sad's even funny. It makes less sense.
I like the idea of him being in like a scary movie version, like a scary movie type film, and he's dressed up as the Joker, you know? He's like, wow, I'm so serious, like all sorts of shit like that.
That's exactly what came to my mind then, is like, why so serious? And we've gone with Rye so sad. And we've also taken influence from the Joker, so this is incredible to me.
Yeah. Hocken is playing this role.
Does someone like put a knife in his mouth and actually say that? Right. So
no,
sad.
it's just like it's hot bread straight out of the oven and he burns his mouth.
Want to know how I got this bread?
Burns. He's like, let me show you a magic trick, but it's breadsticks. He's like, bam.
But down the throat instead.
I'm glad we didn't talk like this during the actual episode and then have to use some of these ideas.
It would have been so good.
Oh my god! If you liked story of bread making, we should make bread together now. Like try and follow a sourdough recipe just for bonus content.
On that note, we are cooking up extra shows and content for you, provided by your generosity on Coffee, because that's the only way we can do this. Please help us.
Yes, hit us up on Coffee. Scripty Business on Coffee. Follow us on there. Look, it's free to join. You get some content. You can buy us a coffee is how it works to access more content, or do a monthly subscription of a couple of bucks. Yes, coffee and bread, naturally. Yep. I dip my toast in my coffee, so, that makes sense. I'm an animal for it, apparently, but I like it. I dip
my toes in my coffee, and I was like, whoa, that's a different podcast.
Toast. You can also find us on socials, of course, at Scripty Business, at S.A. Welshie, and at Murrayverse the World. I finally remembered the new name. Look at me go. Give us a like and a follow. Share some of our posts. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube Music, wherever you get your podcasts. Yeah. We're around. You just listened to this, so you've already heard this. That is true.
Play this section to your friends, actually. Yeah. just the last 10
whole
seconds.
Episode?
Yeah.
While you make them some bread.
This episode was edited by Luke Wilkinson Turner. The intro music was provided by Facilian Studios. The artwork was made by Justin MacArthur. This has been a Scripty Business production. Talk shit, think quick, and remember, we love you.